What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. Today we're going to be running, I don't know what, it's not on my timeline yet, but if you want to jump to the mission, there are timestamps in the description below. I said we're going to start it with hiring a new merc. I did my research off recording, and actually, I don't need to save scum, because as far as I know, though I could be wrong, there's only one soldier in the Underworld hub, and that soldier has an ex-Jupiter background, so we're going to go hire a new recruit, we're going to go hire a soldier, and we're going to say hello to our new friend. Origami Joe connected us with a reliable hand and an ex-corporate, just what you wanted to see, bodyguard. Her name is Katie, and she'll be waiting for our call. Alright, well, let's chat and see what we have going on. So, here's Katie Pennington, level 5, so fits in pretty well with our team. I have not spec'd my face out for higher level mercs. I will, at some point, make that dive more strongly, but for now it's fine. Ultimately, my team is pretty sparse for combatants, and this is non-RNG, so that's kind of nice. So, anyway, she's an ex-Jupiter bodyguard. She's naturally agile. She cannot run legwork inside Jupiter territory. Okay, fine. Won't work for them. Okay, sure, whatever. Anyway, we should talk. After things went belly up at Jupiter, she ended up running protection for some of my people. As always, feel free to pause and read the convo if you would like. I'm going to get us kind of forward, though, otherwise. What we want her to do, we can make her go with a basic AR. Now, to be fair, soldiers are definitely the best generic full auto wielders. The question I'm kind of posing for myself is, am I going to go AR or Urban Assault? I think ultimately I'll go AR here. Someone should be running them ultimately, and I can find someone else to run the Urban Assault. So I think for now this is fine. We'll give her this basic assault rifle, and that should be decent enough. So here's some accuracy. And then you have a second option here in terms of part of her background. I have an old friend who's in a powerful position with Jupiter, is a powerful ally. Actually, let me double check in terms of... Oh, actually, no, it's an obvious one. It's right here. She has the details on a Jupiter shadow site. So this is a fairly recently, within the last several months, added mechanic where eventually at higher power levels you can run specifically generated shadow site missions, and so this is the very obvious choice here. There's a handful of mercs, I think around 6-ish, who can get it forced onto the backstory, and around 2 to 3 per playthrough, if they are ex-megacorp, can generate the tag as well. So it's leverage for a juicy heist later on. Wonderful stuff. Welcome to the team. As an ex-megacorp employee, you will definitely fit in with us. Now, if we're superpower gaming, we cap out Iron Grip, which last I played a few months ago was still bugged to have % recoil gen to apply twice, basically multiplicatively, which made this pretty broken. I'm just going to not learn Iron Grip the entire playthrough, because even with just 1 point and pretending it's 2 points, it trivializes assault rifles so much. So to me, there's basically 2 plays for it. You can go for the Savagery Recoup route early on, which is on crit, gain a bunch of AP back, and on kill, gain a bunch of crit and a just crap ton of damage. And as long as you can get that first crit, you trigger Recoup. You can then keep going with Savagery, and it goes on forever, and it's wonderful. Marker Sights, solid debuff, and Coordinated Charge, just nice to get my team moving around the map. I do love getting move speed and move points and whatnot overall. So because I'm going to be skipping Iron Grip, I'll have to solve recoil some other way, so I'm going to delay going the Savagery Recoup route for now and just rush Coordinated Charge, and then slowly build this stuff up. And it's not going to be all that strong right away, but, you know, we'll figure it out eventually. One other thing soldiers are good at is actually running E-rifles, who have very expensive reloads, and Pop Slot lets you overwrite the reload action point cost and bring it down all the way to 0. So you can have like a 5-6 action point Urban Assault reload, get it to 0, and just pretend like nothing ever happened. So we'll do our free respec. I'm going to rush for Coordinated Charge. I think just the +2 is okay, although I don't mind the bottom row getting the radius up, but for now this is fine. I'm actually going to also spec pretty heavily into the +5 on Marker Sights. This gives me a really, really solid buff debuff profile, and it's an AoE which sometimes matters, sometimes doesn't. As I mentioned, I'm going to skip the bottom row of Iron Grip. I'm willing to take the top row, though, right? Recovering some recoil and getting some bonus damage is kind of nice. I only have 2 points left, so it's going to be basically basic Overwatch and basic Iron Grip. And so I am a buff provider with some combat power. I think that'll be good enough for now. It's going to be fine for me. I'm going to sell that assault rifle because it's unusable, basically. I don't know who's running the mission, because I don't know what mission we're running, but for now, that is the team to start. and we'll see what happens as I play time forward, get things done. Ah, we owe an obligation to Mongrel. I'm calling your team right now. Obligations are free, so what do you need? I, to be fair, did not know I was going to be needed for this mission, but kind of nice timing. She's got a defector. Should have buried her in a trash heap a while ago, but that's okay. Crimson Schwarzkopf. Nice. Cool. Alright, per our obligation, we're due within 1 day. You can use field ops to make it a little bit nicer. I'm thinking, let's use our leverage. We got this for a reason. I don't have my other stuff available. I don't have the token yet, so yeah, field coordination rather is down, but I will simply give myself some extra action points and whatnot. I'll even take Mad Dash as well. Why not? 25 crit for the first turn seems okay, but I'd rather get 2 AP when I want it. We're up to power level 7, by the way, in terms of generated missions, so decent amount of power there. We can hot drop for 95k. We can handbrake, but I don't need to. We could do some kind of stuff here. Minus armor for a favor. Let's see. Ah, right, good. We have ways of using up the favors that she owes us. This is the person that we put our thumb on after the very first mission, so this is obviously pretty worthwhile. Yes, we'll take this as a favor. That's from Potato. I think it's worth preserving favors from net wraiths. That's actually really useful overall. So let's get our mercs ready to go. Of course, we are not going to be running our hacker. We'll simply... I still want to run the gunslinger for now. I want to get him leveled up a bit more. So let's... Yeah, I'm thinking it's double pistol for him. So let's see. We'll take off these pistols for now and hand him the good ones. So the ones with scopes and silencers are what I care about here. So you're that. Someone wants his AR. Actually, this one's going to get sold, right? So get rid of you. That's fine. We have this railgun sitting in storage that we're not going to use for now. You've got a basic pistol, and I'm going to give you the urban assault that... Hang on, let me go here. Ah, there's a big pistol there as well that you care about. Go back to the Cyber Knight. You can go wield the bull assault, and our Vanguard can wield the more upgraded pistol. This looks about right to me. I haven't thought about it too deeply, but I'm pretty sure this is roughly the team. He's got his double pistol. I should at some point buy bigger ones. I just haven't yet. It's fine, though. I'm pretty happy with our equipment, and yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll see how it goes. Nice and quiet. There's a couple of guards up there. Brave Star arrived ahead of schedule. What's the play? Well, the play is, of course, kill this guy. Crimson was hiding under this district. She's appeared with her escort. She's got a shield as well. Alrighty, so, hello everybody. She spawned in way over there, has a shield. The shield lasts until the end of turn 3, or simply 2 hits. I would say, generally speaking, just go through the 2 hits, and that's going to work well for you overall. We can actively reduce armor if we want. Honestly, this might be good at the very start. Just make sure these kills happen pretty quickly. I think I will just pop calibration leak. Great. Reduced armor makes these kills easier. From recollection, characters like this don't actually follow lore. They follow their patrol route. Actually, no. Lore affects the VIP. The guards, I believe, have an overwritten AI. I could be misremembering. It's been long enough since I've run this mission that I've actually forgotten. But anyway, I think to start things out, we're in a nice bit of cover here, so we can let guards move, get a bit of info, and kind of figure it out from there. They've all rolled at least a 12, so we can easily delay past them. Missions tend to be relatively quick for me, probably 15 minutes or less, so we'll probably run 2 missions in this episode. As we delay, you're off to that way. You're off to that way. You're going to wait, and you're going the wrong way, so that's kind of nice. Then how about you? On the move. And sadly for me, stood behind a barrel, so actually has cover right now. Kind of unfortunate, is what it is. This gun is loud enough that I can't really shoot these guys without making other people hear it. If I go Yeah, if I'm right here, they can both hear me, so there's no spot I can really stand where only one would. If I run all the way to here, I have no AP to spend to do anything. That would be a little scary. Their initial rolls are pretty good, although hacks... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to tactical surge here. I'm also pretty tempted to just pop the move point leverage and just say, we're just going to go fight on the first turn. This gives me 5 AP to attack with, which should work reasonably well. I don't care if you guys hear me. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I think it's just the play, right? We run up, we spend AP, it is what it is. I don't have the 1 AP remainder that I often do, because I have no pistol in this character, but Cyberknight has a decent number of 1 AP tools as it is, with stuns and whatnot, that it'll probably be fine. So a couple of decent strikes there. Gonna have to delay for the rest of this one. I'm gonna have you pop silent for the move speed. Ooh, you know what? Oh wait, no, I didn't bring my soldier. I was like, wait a second, my soldier could buff move speed, but no, I don't have them on the team. Okay, so yeah, going to here to start is the initial play. You'll be spotted. It is what it is. We'll take the high ground and see where it goes from there. Down you go. And with 3 AP left, that's basically run to here, swipe once, pistol once, or swipe once and use lure. Because I've actually forgotten how lure works, I'm going to pop it here and just refresh myself. I'm pretty sure it pulls her, and these guys are going to move randomly. I believe that's how it's going to work, but I could be wrong. Okay, you don't have line of sight if you're standing right there. I am blocking this after all. So I'm going to go to here. Actually, I should yield and let Stiletto do it. So I'd rather get my buffs going. That tells me I'm going to be in range. I am a little surprised by that. Does this count as a lurch, actually? Yeah, it tells me right here I have 1 in attack range, which I'm surprised by, but we'll see if that's accurate or not. As it stands, I can't walk all the way in anyway, so we'll just see what happens here. It might be that one of these bits of terrain counts as a wall. Like this might count as a wall, and so it's lurchable. Yep, it does. Okay, interesting. So this counts as a wall, technically. Fair enough. A little damage, and that allows me to attempt to finish the kill with hand blades. This might not quite... Actually, it's very unlikely to kill. Actually, what I should have done was used my eye lasers first. Get the debuff on. My mistake for forgetting that. But I get the kill. We now get even more AP printed. I can, at some point, shoot this AR. Sounds fun. Did I forget to put silencers on, actually? No, they're back on. Okay. Just didn't. They're just loud enough that it doesn't matter. Makes sense. Alright, I'll put you here. Seems good enough to me. We'll need to break that shield and then try to get our way out. Should be doable. Yeah, this seems fine. I don't think there's anything I'm really looking to do here, so... You can be done. Hacksaw can run up to here. Maybe here? Surprised it's not line of sight here. What if like something that Kyo's like blocking line of sight entirely? Don't know. Either way, good enough first turn. We printed a bunch of action points, and we're pretty happy. I guess I didn't realize that the leverage I got is multiple turns long, so I've still got Mad Dash for 2 more move points this turn. It's going to let me do a lot here. Lookout for -2 doesn't seem needed. I do want to have Philosopher throw down... Oh, okay, this guy's going to be behind us. Could have checked for that. And he may, well, based on that facing, he's likely to come upstairs. I'm not in range for anticipation. I would like to be in range for anticipation. I'm going to step up to here. It looks like this blocks line of sight fully. Because if I can't see down, that means they can't see up. So there's actually a map bug here. I'm going to report that. Okay. I'm going to report this real quick, though. This is a map geometry bug. So, bug, low prio, Snitch Snuff Out, map, geometry, line of sight bug. My Vanguard in this screenshot is does not have line of sight up or down toward the VIP. Looks like an infinitely tall door or something. Well, this is a map from very, very old early access before they made some of their mapping tools, so this may end up being hard for them to fix. Because they didn't use their newer mapping tools, where it's probably easier to do stuff. I have no idea what their older level design looked like what their tooling was. Either way, judged by the fact that this is a line of sight blocker, she can stay there. You are guarding. Yeah, so it is okay. So yeah, so its guards will still hold their like random movement, stay near the VIP. The VIP is lurable. So you're gonna follow that. Yep. All right. Time to hunt. Yep. Of course. Okay, so what I would like to do, I think it's okay if I kill all three of these guards. I don't need to is the thing. Right? What I could simply do is not bother killing any of them. I can, you know, focus the full auto cone down to only a single person. They will hear gunfire, but if we're attacking from cover like this, they'll never make visual confirmation. You've already all had your turns. There's no one's going to share status. You guys are far enough away. Although if I shoot right now, I make noise, and that'll be kind of annoying. So we'll wait till you guys... That way they won't investigate me on their turn, and I can try to, you know, slip through the cracks here. Alright, so once again, question is, do I want to go loud? Let's see. What I want to do, I think, is I want to waste as few AP as possible. So I want a pistol to break this shield. And then I want to have Faceplant be able to do some fun stuff with, like, gun kata. So if I go to here, this tells me I have shots, but I'm not breaking line of sight. So this tells me it's playable. Okay, we're going to aim at you. I can stun if I want to, because you're not armored technically. Dome shot would work. I don't need to, though, so I think I'm simply going to shoot a few times. One hit hurts the shield once. Second hit, guaranteed to hit, is going to actually ruin the shield entirely. And then my goal is going to be to try to get my entire team out as fast as possible. So I'm going to book it right now and be like, I got what I came for. You rolled a 15. And I am pretty convinced we're going to be fine. One thing I should have done and didn't, that was a bit of a mistake, was I should have thrown down Refract when I was over here still, put it over like this and make my team invisible so that he can't come up and do anything. Too late now, so I'm going to hold this and just expect to roll well. She did. So Faceplant can try. Now I could gun kata. It would go reasonably well here in that I could eventually kill them. But I don't think I need to. I think we can just simply take this kill cleanly. We're getting plenty of damage here. You don't sell out the underground. And you would get spotted. Although, because I'm running... let's be safe here. I will walk for one, then I will run. I'm pretty sure I'd be fine, but... there's no reason to really risk anything here. We took our high ground. We shot our guy. And thing is, they haven't heard the gunfire, nor seen the corpse, so we are completely chilling. I should go down to about... Oh, you might see me. Okay, yeah, good point. Let's go this way then. I don't have quite enough AP to get out cleanly during the next turn. These guys are too far away. But we could figure it out. We can get out during turn 4 and we're going to be chilling. Anyone who can extract should. And we're going to be okay. So, I have to care about you guys. But thankfully, again, I have things like... Philosopher rolled well. Faceplant did not. So I'm going to buff Faceplant so we can go early. Gotta be careful being down here, right? Based on where these guys might go. I can't spot them quite yet. I'll spend 1 AP getting closer. Could have gone there, but it's fine. I'm waiting for my team anyway. You are walking forward and you are not. Okay, so yeah, this guy is of concern. I've got to be mindful of that. I've got to make sure Philosopher can go in time to throw down Refract. Should be very playable, though. We'll see where the movements go, and if they find the corpse or not. It's very likely that they do. So Faceplant can't go all the way down. This vision cone doesn't scare me much. He will probably get a very brief glimpse, but it won't matter, so I'm going to risk this. Yep, looks fine. And I'm confident I can get Philosopher close enough to throw down Refract. I can also get my Knight onto the exit, so that's good. Hit the delay. Philosopher can run up nice and close. I won't go quite on the exit because I gotta make sure Faceplant's safe, but I'll go hang out next to him. And so here's Refract, right in front of us. Looks aligned to the ground. Looks like we're fine here. Cool. Because if I like set it on the stairs, right, it might be up here, and then there's always a world where they have line of sight on my feet or something. But looks like I'm pretty comfy where I am. Second wall. Yeah, I guess there's a world you might come around. So here we'll put a second Refract down. Something like that should block everything, basically. I guess yeah, and then this blocks this line of sight, so we're totally fine. All right, we should be good. Yep, you found a corpse. You're angry. Bit of tally, but there's nothing else they could ever discover here, I don't think. So we aren't going to escalate. We'll get out at sec level 0, and we'll get out at the beginning of turn 4. We're going to skip these guards because they cannot be useful. Seems good. All right, you're going to walk up. And you will not see me because there's a nice wall in the way. You're over there, but there's nobody going to see all the way down this way, right? I guess it's theoretically possible if you turn left and hug this wall. But nope. And he just... Okay, he did look this way, but again, there's stuff in the way. Just barely didn't find these corpses. Alright, you rolled behind everyone else, so it doesn't matter. I will simply extract and bring the rest of my team next turn. Fatality reported. Someone will run around. Not going to matter. They're sending someone to intercept and check that out. Good for you. You can try to investigate. It's not going to matter. Alright, well. First mission done. We will generate another one when we can and figure out how that one goes. But it worked out nicely. Cool. You had it handled. Alright, our obligation's been paid, and we are chilling. So, we gained some team power level. Mongrel gained some power level for running her job. Makes sense. That's fine. We continue to progress up toward PL3, and with that done, we can start putting in pieces for the hacking station, or rather, upgrade the hacking station. Still want to bump cold storage when I can. I could have done that right now, but I went for hack station instead. I think it's fine. I will need some money soon enough. I have co-conspire in 9 days. You hit level. That's good. That means I can bump gun kata for even more, almost 360, and also a bunch of flat crit chance on the attack. That'll be really nice. I can synergize with my soldier later on and use the stack of crit chance to look good. Marker sites can make that look really nice. I'm just gonna put in power wires now because I can. I have time, but I don't have money, so I'll put in things that are cheap but time-consuming. Need to convince them that trying to leave me hung like this is worse. Okay, let's run it. Geist for that seems reasonable. Stiletto, 58. Geist, 67. This should be okay. 7 days should be alright. Underworld Hub is level 2. 7 days is not too bad. I'm going to look for another job when I can. And just try to use 2 tokens to guarantee this all. So far so good. Recruit offer ending. Yep, sorry, but you're not ex-megacorp, so we don't care about you. Mongrel is going to pay more for missions. That's fine. She actually pays decently already, so that's kind of nice. Need one of your mercs on legwork to collect from some debtors. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Put the fear of you back in them. We can send Stiletto. Sounds pretty good. As, so, individual traits can actually provide quite a lot of extra, like, legwork chance of success. So, if you just, like, have a combat class, you have 50%. It's 10% less chance because of difficulty settings. Chrome has a 10% less legwork chance. Not minus 0.1, but 10% less. So, 50% becomes 45%. This is 75 becomes 67 because it rounds down in all cases. This is 40 becomes 36. But yeah, some specific traits and tags go above and beyond that, and so instead of 50 to 75 because of ferocity, and so she's good at this kind of legwork. Perfect. That works well. Gonna enjoy this too much. And that's what I wanted, was to have 2 legworks up at the same time, which I can buff with this. So far so good. Finally got a new job. That's good news. Hacking station, going to be relatively expensive, but we'll keep moving towards that. I have 2 tokens. Let's pop them. Boost legwork once. And there's no reason to run this. This is a CPU spike that I need my hacker back for, so there's no reason to grab it yet. No reason to start the timeline. Okay, Ghoul doesn't like us. You know, that's fair. And so he's giving us a bunch of heat. It's unfortunate. That's going to make us have, if we random mission right now, +1 security level. Field Ops is 3. That is wonderful. I'm not going to bump this for a while. 1.5 million is way too much. Far too rich for my blood. Power 3 here is going to be playable at some point. Start taking out the bottom pretty soon. Get a Sim Detox, a Sim Trainer, a Nanofab, and a Counter Intel relatively soon. I find that roughly level 3 of your entire top row and then bottom row, like, roughly makes sense to me. Nanofab around PL4 usually ends up being the timing. So we're still fine here. Tasks 2 out of 3. Yeah, I can't afford this yet. For my cold storage, nothing's really needed here either. Again, gonna wait in field ups for a while. 75k. Not gonna spend that either. Barracks. I only have 1 open slot right now, so getting ready for a second one seems reasonable. Play a bit more time forward. Alright, I got a very personal favor. It's about my daughter. Great, we'll have this convo in a little bit. Double check something real quick, actually. Let me go match your art. Natalie Sato is indebted. Yep. A very personal favor about my daughter. Okay, cool. That'll be fun. Has a daughter, Fatima Sato, who is a drug runner contact. So this is part of why I didn't use my other Underworld Hub token yet, is because this ends up being a legwork mission. And having Underworld Hub tokens is really useful for that. So I'm going to play as much time as I can. Before this is done, right, this will finish. This will be down to 6 hours, unless there's some weird bug, which there shouldn't be. Great. So this is done, like, next quote-unquote turn. So let's go ahead and start this convo. Very personal favor about my daughter. Her name is Fatima. You think she would come back with us? Okay. We can basically say a bunch of fairly mean questions to her. These just kind of give some more backstory if you... I don't feel like being rude to her, though, so we're going to just, you know, sure, we'll send a Merc there. Of course, Stiletto is already busy. We can send Faceplant or KD. Faceplant is already leveled. I'm happy to run KD on her first mission if she's available at some other point in time. We have 8 days. It starts only at 45%, so there's always possible that we can fail this. That would be sad if true, but... oh well. We'll send Faceplant. Hopefully he doesn't live up to his name. Alright, he's going to go do that. So the legwork is in flight. Let's go ahead and bump some tokens with this. There we go. 100%, 100%. And, of course, one thing we could have done instead was leave it on red for even longer. Let her finish her job, and then bring her in. Is what it is, though. Let's go ahead and finish that. Not the only one they've been dealing with. Well, our legwork is done. She now owes us some favors, has some more influence that she can influence Limit Break down the line, become stronger. But that's now enough for us to run this mission. Chords of a new Warner Braun Quantum Relay, prime target for spiking the CPU to deploy a little virus. Seems good to me. Hello. CPU spike job should be relatively straightforward. Running a lot of, like, very short, easy missions here. We're not getting the big beefy one. I will try to run a, like, real meat space mission during this. Need to be level 3 to get the file injection. That's fine. We can wait on that one. Some IO and AP seems good to me. I could go for just 100 IO instead of 50 IO and 10 AP. But considering there's going to be a lot of downloads, I think actually getting some AP is pretty useful. Splitting the difference here seems to work out. I will grab both, though, I guess, because ultimately solo hacks like this are timed, and meat space missions are not, and so it is less important that you line those up in that way. Put in some cooling there. Alright, we will prep our Merc to deploy. Don't need to handbrake that one. Geist can go. She needs some gear real quick. You can hold on to random garbage. Who cares? You just need to have gear so that you can go on the mission. This should be pretty chill. You know what to do. Alrighty. So no longer do they have long preambles for proc gen missions like this. Let's go pop all of our leverage. 50 IO and 10 AP. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to go down first, then up. Actually, up, then down, then around. This is a dead end, so we can go through it really quickly. This is a dead end as well. We can go through this really quickly. And then maybe bypass this, come up here, and then figure this out. Okay, so we're going to go right, and then, yeah, bypassing this would be nice. So, damage to connection, then can't connect. Double active. Actually, I'm going to go down first, only because I don't want to reload deception here, but I ultimately have to. Because I don't want to have to loop all the way back around like this, so do it this way. 5 tally on a fairly tame node is fine, so we will tank that. There's going to be a trap here almost certainly. Let's scan for it. Okay, got rerouted. I have 2 charges, so it's okay. We'll kill both, because I'm sure I'm going to need more programs. I'm going to load everything. I think it's fine. There's an active ice here. Get rerouted. Fine. I am going to place the bet. There's not a third ice here. I'm just going to click this. Oh, there is. Okay, I was wrong. I placed a bet. The bet was incorrect. I have not that many action points left. So I have to go through here no matter what. So I'm going to go through here now because it's going to be... If the ice is really gnarly, I can still end my turn on an access node. I can't end my turn on an incinerator. And so I'm going to go here. Yeah, see, there's an AP cost hitter. Tally, not a big deal. So I'm going to go this way. This allows me to move an extra node over here. Okay, cool. Turn 1, not terribly successful, but let's move around to get more done. That's harmless now. If you load a program, I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's move on. Let's go here. Program loading can't connect. We'll do program loading first. I will reload. Go here. What do we got? Probably a trap here as well. Damage to connection. Scan for the trap. There is one. This is if you download. Scan. No, I need to get rid of these. Load these things. Scan. Okay, this is a useless node. Got it. So, right-hand side and bottom are done. It's time to get here and then to the left. I could have gone faster if I went this way. It was a mistake. I wasted 2 AP. Let's scan. Let's go up first. 2 traps. If you download. Okay. Well, kill all of them. Load programs to use the IO early. Use a scan as well. I'm going to skip this for now. I'll come back to it. But I'm already 2 turns down, and I got to make sure I can clean this host up. And there's always a chance escalations get really funky, so I will take my download and leave, and I'll come back. And it's going to cost me, like, 8 AP or whatever as a result, but worth it overall. I'm going to reload Deception, so I have 2 charges for this guy. Damage to connection, then tally. Okay, CPU's been found. I'm going to go there right now because I'm getting, scared enough. I will load Deception in case I get moved around. Null op once. Looks like it cleared. Yep, destroyed all 4. Okay, double scan. That's mine. Mission complete. Not bad. We'll go down, then up, and then over here. Probably a trap down here. Drop you. Scan for the trap. The trap is on download. Got it. Take my scan. Come up here. Once again, probably a trap. I probably should have knocked this down first, but I have some deck shield still. If you use a program steals AP, I will keep tanking this deck shield stuff. Oh, there's actually a trap there that I didn't do anything about. If you exit, it relocates you. Load more stuff. Disarm you. Okay, time for our very last turn here. Our leverages are all done by now, so I have less IO and AP. Unload on any action. AP cost kind of annoying as well. We scan. There's a trap. It's if you exit the node, it restarts all the ice. Got it. Disarm you. Grab this. Grab this stuff. There's definitely traps here. Scan. Rerouted. Okay. Kind of only get to 1 node now. This will have more downloads on average. These almost only ever have 1 piece of loot on them. I did it again, too. I should have gone this way. Oh, well. Scan for the other trap. It's harmless. If you download a file, it steals AP. These are mine. And then I can maybe, just maybe, it's not going to work. I'm going to stand here. Nope, not even that. Okay, I actually griefed here. I didn't do the math of how much AP things would actually cost. And also this thing is a plus 12 AP to stuff. So I miss out on this barrel mod. It is what it is. I shouldn't have greeted. It is what it is, though. It's fine. We got most what we came for. Mission completes. It's okay. Solid payday, solid downloads. I think we have just enough or not quite enough. Yeah, not quite enough to do any room upgrades, although I can go here and bulk sell accounts that aren't worth influence. Great. How far am I from Puppet Master? It's actually available, so I want to put people in line for that then. Let's see. Bimmer is already at 90, so I'll just be waiting for him to upgrade, basically. Or I'll throw Potato in. Honestly, bumping Potato seems kind of good. Yeah, I think we'll just put him to 100. Sell him the cheaper one since he pays less. Put him to 90, and then this will put him to 100, and he's going to basically break next. That way I can make that go well. Not sure if I want to sell any of these. This one is sellable because it has nothing useful on it. Thanks you, Kirsa. As far as these, I don't really care too much. This will be fine. Files, not used by a set, not created by a set. I have nothing here. Okay, fine. No file sets to mint either, so okay, fine. 200k, though, is enough to start upgrading rooms again. I'm going to go ahead and bump Command HQ so I can upgrade other rooms afterwards. Nano Scrubber needs 150k as well, so this should be done, and it should succeed. Didn't have to crack any skulls. 2 favors, some influence, wonderful stuff there. Let's get ourselves a new mission when we can. Hacking Station, when I have the money, can be upgraded to make stuff better. Sure thing. It was inevitable that Henninger would put all the puzzle pieces together. Her headhunters are now coming. We can either kill the leader, or we can escape from them 3 times, in which case they will not be there anymore. But we have a 1/3 chance that they will show up on an eligible mission. Influence break is in, and guess what? You know what I'm going to do? Puppet Master. And so our good friend Potato has now capped out his program. We can co-conspire as well, which I'm kind of down, to be honest. Hopefully he offers us a bodyguard job. That would be ideal. If it's a hacking job, it would be kind of sad, but we'll see what happens. Bodyguard, perfect. All right. This will be an interesting one. This tends to be a fairly open map, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It should be pretty playable. It'll pay pretty well, as I had mentioned before. I've got field ops tokens. I have field coordination as well, and that means we'll double check that I actually have the talent learned, but I'm pretty sure I do. I can grab Hype Booster and gain some bonus XP. So, of course, you're busy. I have a new token, though, which is good. I can spend that. I don't have to spend it right away, but I will at some point. You get 2 tokens when you field coordination. So it's about 3 or 4 already. I need to spend 1 initially. I think minus move detection radius will be kind of fun. Just they can't hear us. We can sneak up on them more easily. I'll just do block and alarm, and then I will field coordination. I have back to 4 tokens. And I think I'm just going to print a bunch of AP, basically. Well, I'm going to take Hype Booster every time. Hype Booster is just free XP and Hype, which is fun. And then 2 move points for a turn, or 3 functional move points for 2 turns. Oh, yeah. Overwhelming advantage is kind of the GOAT. This mission isn't that hard, but it's okay. Don't need to unplug cameras. Don't think I need a violent diversion here from Dusty. It's fine. He only owes me 1 favor. This mission's not going to be that hard. I will switch some people out, though. Katie's going to get her first shot at it. So I'm going to have you sub out your Street Dragon and give that to her. I'm going to have you hold on to a regular pistol. Who cares? This will be the team. We're running pretty much everyone we can. There's always a chance that Headhunters show up. If they do, it'll be a little bit more difficult, but we should be okay. We've got plenty going on for us. Boots on the ground. Stella, you're charged for the evening. Okay. Well, welcome. Stella's got to stay alive. She's got to go either across that way or over that way. So we're going across the map no matter what. And again, we can either go forward and then like left through the middle forward, and then down to the right, and then all the way through here. Alternatively, we can go across these rooftops all the way around this way. I don't think I've actually had this map give me this, I will say, like, meaningful of a layout before. This is like, I've often had ones where it's like 2 turns, like from here to here or something like that. So nice to have a slightly more involved version. We've got Brute Wains. We're getting more and more upgraded enemies. We're against a Syndicate level faction, I believe. Right, they've got the basic Street Warriors, but they've got Wildfires now. So these guys have permanent plus initiative and move speed. They also come with full auto urban assaults. And again, these guys are quite tanky and have debuff grenades. I would like to bypass them as much as possible. And I'm kind of feeling... I think I'm feeling the right-hand side. Because if I go through here, there could be a bastion here, and then, like, there's a lot to deal with around here. Whereas at the right-hand side, I feel like this is a really safe stretch of territory. And then I can kind of sneak around through here, and there is very rarely guards in spots that are unpathable. They do actually exist. There's a few maps where that happens, but this feels more playable. And yeah, Wildfire's a bit more annoying. There's a guard, like, directly in the way. I think we'll be fine. We have our bonus AP from the start of this turn already. Let's go ahead and wait. Just see what the guards are doing. Spam delay. You're walking away. Cool. You have coordinated charge. I'm going to pop that because I'm going to forget otherwise. 1 move point and 20% move speed. Kind of nice. Alright, what you got? You're standing around, but you don't see me. And you're walking out that way, so I can maybe bypass you as well. Alright, I'm going to say... Let's go piece by piece, because I don't want to, you know, get surprised by anything, but... I have Lure, I have Refract. I can probably sneak through this map pretty well. Ooh, I ran too far forward. Yep. That's actually really poor for me. And your initial roll is really good. Yeah, those are all really negative. I was like, okay, I want to run far enough forward that I don't run into a new guard, and then I ran far enough forward that I ran into a new guard. I am tempted to stun you. I'm tempted just to strike you in melee a couple times and hope it works out in the end. Surely it does. Now, the nice thing is melee weapons have guaranteed glancing hits, so even though the accuracy here is bad, I am guaranteed at least 1/3 of the damage. I'm going to power slice here because I really need you to die. It wasn't that much damage, but I still need it to happen eventually. One thing I could have done, and should have done, and was stupid not to have done, is delay down to my soldier and use Marker Sights to debuff initiative, or sorry, debuff evasion. All accuracy additions and subtractions are purely additive with one another, so this plus 25% here would have taken the 11% chance to hit to 35% chance to hit, or 36. Obviously would have been pretty powerful. I want to be around 500 meters away from you. That allows me to have a guaranteed glancing hit. I'm going to stand here for now. This won't be close enough to work. You see here that, you know, it's not great, 36 to hit. Double check one thing real quick, which is the min range of this gun. It's 4 meters. Okay, so if I go to like here, I'm about 4 meters away. Because I'm also 4 meters away, I now have a guaranteed glancing hit from being close by. And yeah, I lose -1 from being too close, but I now get that same grace that my melee weapon got, which is I at least do something every single time. I'm still getting only glancing hits. That's okay, though. It's going to look a lot better right here. You are not in range. If I go here, will you snap? Looks like no. Too far away still. That's fine. Put you here. That's going to be cleanly in range. Club hit into claws into 1 dead gray blur. Whack. Another glancing hit. Should be enough for the claws to get the kill now. Okay. It's okay. We're glancing. We're glancing. We're winning. You have enough room to delay. This gives Philosopher room to throw down... I'm going to throw down Silence for the move speed. Cover as much distance as possible. So we'll start by going to here. Have to be mindful of these people, but for now we're okay. Knock down this camera. And we can, by the way, sneak past this landmine. Also, other people can knock this stuff down, but we can sneak past down here, run over this way. You can't jump over this fence. You have to go all the way around here. But we can sneak past basically all of the various security apparatuses. Throw down Refract to make sure we're safe. Because they're kind of stuck here for now. And then I don't want to run too far ahead of my team, so I'm just going to stop here. We'll wait and see what they do, but the whole team can pretty much group up around here and it'll be fine. You can end. Stella is going to go ahead and pop Sprint on the turn where she has a bunch of bonus move speed, thanks to Coordinated Charge, so... something around here seems reasonable. That should have line of sight blocked everywhere, and we get pretty solid progress. Undersec level 5 is looking pretty playable. A lot of bonus XP would be very, very nice. Stiletto can get behind this as well. That seems fine. I don't have the most tools for redirecting these guys, but I can still throw down lure. And even if they already move, I can at least make them change their facing with lure, and so it'll likely be okay. Hopefully Katie doesn't get seen. There's a small chance that happens, but I think it's unlikely. She rolled really well on initiative, so looks like we're fine. Katie can get here as well. This spot will be a little bit fraught. It's a little open. Let's go get some info on these guys. You're going to stay up there, and you're going to look out this way, so that is going to be a whole thing. I might have Philosopher just throw down lure here. Let's see. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delay. I'm going to yield. I'm going to get Stella to here. And then I hope it's going to be enough that Philosopher with lure... Ooh, I can make him go downstairs. That's actually even better. That means they're both going to run over through this way. So yeah, if I grab both of you and say, hey, come downstairs... That should make my job pretty easy. Like, this is going to block the line of sight, and we should have a pretty good shot at it. So we can all delay down to 11-8 or so, and we should be fine. Still want to know what happens with the unknowns. Yes, they're facing away, but they're coming back around, and I want to know where their vision cone is going to end up. You're done for the turn. You're still getting there, basically. You're guarding this stretch of concrete. Good for you. You're walking around. Okay. So far, so good. And then off you go. No complaints so far. And yeah, it's going to be a while till you're actually even all the way out. So, let's go ahead and not trigger a landmine. This camera is likely to turn back to us. Also, there is a bulwark here. High health bar, no obvious armor, but again, a group, a type of enemy that has throwable grenades. So quite a lot of enemies around here. Right, guy here, guy here. This might end up being another lure at some point. Somewhat hug the wall, and I'm thinking second refract feels about right. I'm going to delay down to 1, let the rest of my team go. And I really do want to spend AP if I can help it. Because this guy's going to have to die. And so I would like, if I could be in a spot where I'm able to ambush reliably. But so what I can do, I guess it'll depend on initiative rolls. There's a lot of guards over here. That's fine. Like, I can go to here, crouched, right, not gonna see by the camera. And then with a fair amount of initiative banked, decent roll, like greater than 50% that I roll ahead of this guy. Even if I don't, which I didn't, I can still use Cyberknight tools to guarantee that's going to be fine. So let's see. The camera's over here, so it's going to refract somewhere like this, which means I can run out kind of like this and it's fine. I mean, Philosopher still has a bunch of AP, so I can actually stretch pretty far forward and it's going to work. So maximize distance. Hacksaw can start making moves. 2 AP to there, seems good. If I can get behind this, that would be good. I cannot. Okay, I'm going to hang out next to Katie real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and look ahead to -2U. Now you do go after Stiletto. If I go to here, this should block line of sight from this camera, no problem. I'm going to place that bet that's correct, but I'm pretty sure this will be fine, and I won't get seen. I mean, I definitely might be wrong. We can... It's close. It's close. If I duck, I'm probably okay. We'll see what happens. Philosopher, it's going to be time to throw down Refract. Just want to make sure my team feels nice and covered here. I actually only care about Stella and Katie, so I might... Because I'm gonna be able to run to here, no problem. That should work just fine. You seem like you're cleanly behind the wall. We should be okay. Put you to here. And then we can crouch and figure out the rest. Put you to there. Seems fine. You can step out to shoot if you need to. I don't know what your initiative is going to be, but it's fine. If I roll well enough or I buff or debuff as needed, I can dome shot to stun as well. It's going to make this a relatively safe fight. So, turn ends and nothing happens. Camera turns and goes that way anyway, so none of that mattered. How confident am I that Stiletto one-shots this dude? Honestly, not that confident. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch in a little bit here. Now, this camera is very likely to turn around and see this guy in short order, but I want to be in a spot where this is line of sight blocking. I'm kind of betting this guy's not going to move forward. I don't have any good tools for this, though. So I'm just going to place that bet. As much as I have played this map before, like several times, I actually don't know all the guard patrols. Okay, should I be... I'm going to be ultra safe here and atomic stutter him. Or I can interference spike. That's probably better. In that it gets my entire team able to act, and I would rather save my stun. So I'm going to go here. You're now going at the very end of the order. We'll see if I misjudged anything. We'll figure it out pretty soon. I'm going to run you to here. This way I can kind of knock your corpse this way and hopefully out of line of sight. So, hello, you're angry. That's fine. Club 1. Ooh, really big hit, which means I'm going to switch to claws right now. Okay, glancing hit, but there we go. Don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing. I have to be like all the way over here to ensure safety. Like if I'm down here, I can at least ambush this guard captain if he moves. So I'm going to just stand here and be like, look, I'm going to hide from you because I don't know where you're going. And I mean, actually, I'm not even guaranteed that we're safe against you either, but you'd have to actually walk all the way up like this. The barrels might block some of this. This might block some of this. I have a decent chance of not being spotted. Honestly, playing a little fast and loose, let's be clear. I used Refract for a camera that didn't actually turn and see me, and could have used it for something else, right? I could have used Precomputed on my Cyberknight, for example, and, you know, gotten my Vanguard to go sooner. Okay, turns out he's doing nothing. It's all fine. You're on the move, but you're not going to find anything. Though you may turn at some point. Thankfully, look ahead will tell us that. You're not getting close enough for me to care. And then who's left to act this turn? You, who matters, and you, who also might matter. Okay. I'm going to put Katie... If I'm here, there's a chance... No, there's no way you'd get me. Okay, I'm going to go here for now then. I just want the info on where this guy goes. Philosopher's fine where she is. Stella, I think, is going to simply run forward and do nothing. Let's see, what are you doing, by the way? You're walking straight forward. And you stood still last time, so I think you'll do it again. I can be behind this dumpster, or I can get a little bit farther forward. I think behind this this crate makes more sense. Or the storage container. Alright, you're going that way. Good enough. Okay, well, if everyone behaves, there's only 2 more guards in the way. And I believe I still have 1 charge of lure. So you have to go around to get there. You rolled a 19, you rolled a 12. Okay. Want to probably pull you guys over this way and hope I don't get spotted. So, like, want to hug an angle such that I'm not likely to get seen if they turn randomly. Vaguely here seems fine. I think I'm far enough away from you guys for it to be okay. You should be good there. Katie can run inside the makeshift room. Coordinated charge on turn, what, 6? The map might go that long. I have 1 lure. I have an anticipation as well. I have 2 even. Let's use both of them, get some info. Do I need to care about you guys? A little bit, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna drag you guys to right here. And then hug the wall. Make sure we're safe. Okay. Escalation. I forgot to use my leverage to block the escalation. Thankfully, it was a tame one anyway, but... Ooh, that's not great. Alright, well... At the end of this turn, the Sec AI is going to send 3 guards at my team. So we got to get a move on if we don't want to get jumped on too fast. Okay. You're going to walk there, then turn around, and I'm pretty far from you, so you're not going to spot me. You're already 20 meters away at, like, your best spot. I'm not in a rush here. Katie, though, has a really good chance of getting spotted, so I'm going to bump Katie up. Otherwise, though, I think Hacksaw's chilling. I'm going to put Katie there. It's probably going to be okay. There's a chance it's not, but let's go find out. You're patrolling uselessly. You're going there and then probably not getting too far away. Yet more of the same, which is expected, as you investigate the artwork. Yep, okay. Yep, good for you. Alright, so far so good. Got 2 last cards to deal with, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I should still wait where I am. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. You're going there, then turning around. Alright. Where are you headed now? Same spot? Perfect. Just what I wanted to see. Just what I wanted to see. Okay, let's go be heroes. So my AP is a little limited. And unfortunately, you hear my assault rifle if I shoot it. Okay, if I go right to here, I just barely get to a spot where no one else hears the gunfire. That's pretty much perfect. So, silenced urban assault rifle. You have passive evasion, so you're a little bit harder to hit. And you're just, like, overall pretty reasonable. Guaranteed glancing hits because they're surprised. No one else hears the gunfire. Let's go. Decent damage. And, yep, no one else heard anything. We're pretty okay. I would kind of like if Katie could open up, but that's not going to be possible here. Okay. Well, we'll hit what's easy. Means you're going to run here. 1 hit's pretty good. 2nd hit should kill. Nice. Ah, darn. She saw another bad guy, so she turned her evasion on. Ooh, and your initiative roll's really good? Shoot. I can deal with this, but it's not ideal. So I'm going to just... I mean, even shooting is not very useful. I will short yield. What I'm going to go for here is Stiletto running up. I can stun strike with my eye lasers, and that will make my job a whole lot easier. I'm not guaranteed to need it just yet, so for now I'm going to just simply run up. So if I actually land the hit, you know, they're pretty squishy. You can see the health bar is just not that high. If I land the actual hit, which is a 1 in 4, it's an outright kill. We go again. Glancing hits do pretty good damage, and realistically, your health bar is so low that you are just going to die to this, so... If I needed to stun with Stun Strike, I could have, and then we'd have been fine, but I can simply Handblade you, and you're going to drop. Go team. Alright. Well, again, the camera still saw us, and so depending on how we roll on initiative, we can definitely be jumped by a bunch of guards soon. And you can see that most of my team did not roll well here, so this is not exactly ideal. I'm going to hide most of my team back here, but there's definitely a real chance we get ambushed. Hacksaw probably doesn't make it out during turn 5, so we will use Coordinated Charge, although we won't need the move points for it probably. Katie rolled well. Katie's going to wait. You're hunting, so you're useless. But some people must have gotten woken up. It wasn't you, though. You weren't woken up either. Okay. You were. You're still hunting. Hacks. Ooh, Tactical Surge. Okay. That might get me all the way out. I have enough for my Cyber Knight. I can't buff anyone, so there's no point in really waiting around. I'll wait around. Don't need to, like, you know, exit the map just yet, but I'm pretty sure we're looking good. I'll start exiting other people who aren't useful to buff the rest of the team. Just kind of free up some space to make sure that there's somewhere to stand on the exit pad, although it really wasn't that big of a problem. Okay, he got woken up as well. Got it. So you're real. And it just doesn't matter. Okay, cool. No, you don't need to use your buffs. You can just walk up like this. Good job to you. And Katie can round it out. And we are completely fine. All right, nice. That went well. 3 relatively straightforward missions. This was a new permutation for me. In my 1,000 hours in the game, I don't think I've had this exact Bodyguard mission yet. And it's a map that existed when I started playing a year and a half ago. Or 2 years ago, or however long it's been. Apex. You know what? I take that. 2 of us got some hype, which is nice. We got some nice bonus XP here as well. Hype Booster XP actually scales with mission power level. It is 20 plus 5 times the mission power level. And so now that we are hitting mission power level 7, that is 20 plus 35 is 55. Solid bonus XP for finishing quickly and low security. Solid bonus XP from Haze's handling. And, you know, no complaints. The map does not come with loot, but it does come with a solid payday and everything else that we care about. So, Underworld Hub, $750K to upgrade. That's going to take me a while. Hacking Station, though, not that expensive. Alternatively, cold storage. Yes, I would like to mint better file sets. Let me in there. Do some class training. Cyber Knight does have the ability to learn a new talent, so Rewind comes in. To me, this is the best early game Cyber Knight build you can go for. I think this is just as optimized as it can go, basically. Eventually, I'm going to get free respecs. Taking this point off for this point is, on average, better. 1, because Downer's a good talent. You can learn it later on. 2, because it'll take you a long time to get enough fractional AP for this to do anything. So you might as well get 3% crit chance. 1 from tech and 2 from the node. That's not a huge rush, but it is a minor optimization. +2 on the face. I already grabbed Puppet Master and used it, so it's on cooldown again. So I'm tempted to simply make field coordination better. And honestly, yeah, I think I'm just going to keep juicing field coordination. Cooldown and more leverages get upgraded. Sounds good to me. +1 on the Vanguard. I'm going to start moving towards counter-static. I could cap out Lure first. I think I will. And then at 9-10, I'll go this way. Capped out Lure and plus, I guess technically +3 on Refract. I think is just a really good setup. +1 on the War Machine. You're happy. As I mentioned, it's going to move toward Burn Surge and Nova Beam and Ash Protocol. So that'll be me for now. Seems decent enough. +1 on my Soldier, as I think second charge of Iron Grip is worthwhile, and then I'll move on towards Savagery into Recoup. I think that'll be reasonable enough. Okay, cool. That is the class training being done. And so we'll play a little bit of time forward to finish up some base management and be ready for our next mission, but not much longer than that. So, Command HQ3 means I can put in new power if it's needed somewhere, although right now I don't see where it would be. I'm not going to upgrade you for a long time. Hacking Station needs more scrubbing, which means the scrubber has to go up. Okay. Cold stores are already underway. Yeah, eventually I can afford the Underworld Hub stuff. I need to make sure I don't go too far forward on this. We have a mission offered. That's nice. Okay, nothing else on offer. Let's boost our legwork. And we're going to hope that 85% is good enough. Fingers crossed, folks. 1 in 7 that we fail. With quite the story, we need to talk. We have good news to deliver. We do. I owe you. Want to make it up to you. I was going to cut a deal with the Ricksham. We got a new kind of juice coming in. The blue juice. It's for hackers. The juice going back in the streets. So what about them? Alright, well, we will not tell Natalie about the Ricksham, but we will happily work with our good friend here. Fatima is safe and alive. Nope, no other loose ends. We got 4 favors, we got some influence, we got some trust. Wonderful stuff here. Dr. Ash is going to offer us a vignette where we can invest in her clinic, and she will basically work better for us, essentially. We have a Kill 3 Captain's job on offer as well. Money's a little bit tight, and so I'm going to play a bit of time forward still. Let's see, what am I trying to optimize here? I want money as fast as possible so that I can basically use the fact that I have open tasks but no money to spend to make those tasks go forward. And so the goal is stop here, and then next episode we go this mission, we run it, we try to kill 3 enemy captains, we hope that goes well, and get our loot and keep moving on towards power level 3. We'll slow roll this as long as we can, which is doable. We definitely can slow roll it for a while. At some point, when we get our stacked leverage things going, our stacked legworks going, not leverage, legworks, I will run this alongside it. I will have 3 concurrent legworks. We'll burn some Underworld Hub tokens, and we'll then go for Dr. Ash's clinic upgrade. Okay, so next episode is run this mission. I guess we can grab it now. Why not? I'm holding blood money as we can fight Warner Braun. We get to finally fight a megacorp, which is good. We've been waiting for that one. Have I don't recognize this thumbnail. I may have not seen this map before, or I've only had it once. I maybe recognize this screenshot. That'll be exciting. If we can get it on low sec, that'll be some nice bonus XP again. Payday's gonna look pretty solid here as well, a solid like 300k or so. Okay, sounds good. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.